Tonight, to announce the winners, or to publicly announce the winners of this year's Johann Strauss Foundation Music Awards for the advanced study of music in Austria. As you already know, and as you've been told, the proceeds from this ball are used to fund these awards. Thanks to all of you, students from Alberta will have the opportunity to take advantage of the excellent opportunities which Austria provides in the area of music education. This award is administered by the Wirth Institute for Austrian and Central European Studies at the University of Alberta and is open to music students from across the province. This is not just an award for University of Alberta students, this is an award for students from across the province. Before I announce this year's 3 recipients, I would like to thank Professor David Gremmett, the co-chair of the Wirth Institute's Academic Advisory Board, for his assistance in organizing this year's competition. Our first recipient, Ms. Tatiana Stanic, is unfortunately unable to join us tonight. She's an undergraduate voice major at the University of Alberta who plans to study at the Mozarteum in Salzburg. Very many of the recipients of this award over the years have studied at the Mozarteum, and we hope to help organize an alumni concert later this year. Keep an eye out for more information. Our second recipient is Ms. Bo-rum Hammond. Ms. Hammond? Ms. Bo-rum Hammond. Ms. Hammond is an undergraduate piano student at the University of Alberta and plans to use the scholarship to participate in the Classical Music Festival in Eisenstadt. You will have the opportunity to hear her perform in a few moments. So here, the award for Ms. Bo-rum Hammond. Our third recipient is Mr. Oliver Munyar. Mr. Munyar is a master's student in voice at the University of Alberta who will be participating in this year's Franz Schubert Institute in Baden by Wien, a program with which the Department of Music at the University of Alberta has a close and continuing relationship. Mr. Munyar will also be performing later this evening. Mr. Munyar. So let's give all of our award winners a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honours, for, I suspect, making the students' days. Thank you very much indeed. And congratulations to the scholarship winners. In case any of you are wondering why poor Tatiana is not here tonight, it's because she's a singer and she's got auditions in Ontario. And if you've got auditions in Ontario, you go to the auditions as quickly as you can. Make sure you get there on time. As you can guess, Bo-rum, who is our pianist, is going to start the presentation by the 2 scholarship students here tonight. So at her convenience, Bo-rum can come up and get started. to Bo-rum Hammond. And next, Oliver Munyar, our tenor, is going to be accompanied by Shannon Hebert at the piano. No, don't take that away, please, unless you're going to bring back another one. Shannon would not like standing up through the entire room. If any of you who are wondering what is going to be sung, if you just let your program open at the middle, and the songs are right there.